This week on Hermitcraft.
If you watch my
Is
episode...
Mambo wearing makeup? What's that in the corner of his eyes?
It looks like Mambo to me. Look at him. He looks like a vampire these days.
It looks wonderful.
Welcome to the Hermitcraft recap. My name is Pixelriffs. Our writer is Loy XP. Captions on this video were provided by Liara. If you can't see them, come closer. They're written with chests. While the world of Minecraft is creaking ever closer to the next update, we hope you've been enjoying the Pale Gardens as much as you can enjoy being chased down by the Entwives. Fret not, we've been documenting the Hermitcraft video releases for you and are here to answer all your questions about the events and mishaps that occurred on the Hermitcraft server this week, bar one and one only. When are they going to do Creaked Out 3? We'll start with Cubvan135, who has built a PvP arena before. Pause for violent total chaos flashbacks. Why would you trust him to build another one? But now that Gemini Tay has revealed her secret Riptide Trident Fight Club to him, Cub is duty-bound to create his own sneaky corner of murder.
So that's basically where we're at for context. Let's get back up.
Cub being Cub, he of course hides the entryway behind a skulk detector reacting specifically to a firework being launched. And since Cub has yet to meet a problem that a firework rocket can't fix, his own PvP arena is a firework crossbow shootout, with plenty of covers and openings through which the players can snipe each other.
Woo! Get back here. I'm down.
Yeah! He proudly presents his version of Hypixel Quakecraft to Pearlescent Moon, inadvertently forcing her to come up with her own secret fight club. Man, there's going to be a lot of people that turn out to all be smallish beans at the end of this movie. They may not enjoy it, granted Joel Beans has wrecked his back on the way home from TwitchCon. He might have twitched too close to the sun. He's at least over the moon for sure now that his household of 2 YouTubers finally has fiber internet.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Internet!
It's actual internet. I don't know what to do, Gem. I'm just
this
wandering
is the
around.
Best news ever. Do you want to PvP?
Yeah, sure. Whereabouts?
In celebration, Gemini Tay really tests his latency with Secret Clubhouse PvP. To ease his worn-out bones, Joel builds a bathhouse on the descent from his Japan-inspired cliff base, finally having a way overdue Hot Springs episode.
Bathhouse done, everybody! That is Building with Joel. Thank you for watching.
In prank news, he does find Pearlescent Moon's Purpur Stalks, and also finds out that it was in fact Doc who bought out all his honey only to stuff it back into Joel's mailbox. Though that was less of a prank and more of a charitable donation, all things considered. To promote the stuff to people who aren't Doc, Joel paints a honeybee on the side of Impulse SV's wall.
With a flower here to represent the bee, gets the flower, makes the honey. I think the wall's coming along quite nicely.
While the network of murder clubs expands, Gemini Tay has to contend with the self-service one, Ravager Rush, having been put away to reopen after what we can only assume is de-Jevening the place. At least that's what the sign suggests, along with Jevin's last video where he tries to reach a 4-digit score on a 3-digit scoreboard.
Yes, that is me with a grand total of 4. I played it before it was even released, okay? But honestly 4 in my first one was pretty good.
Back home, Corrales has broken in and left a present of many sea pickles that Gem then shrugs off and resells in her pickle shop. May not be a robbery, but that feels like a crime somehow. But Gem does actually steal Mumbo's idea for flowing water pipes at his base. Inspired, she adds drainage to her research castle, and it turns out they've been researching a lot of water, huh? The stream of all the stuff they didn't put into their essays cascades over the well-terraformed boulders until it hits the one strip of land between Gem's and Skizzleman's base that the two have no idea what to deal with, but Skizz would very much enjoy lava at. Opening the two for the most geologically accurate cobblestone generator, potentially.
This is ridiculous what I got. Look at this. Look at these blocks up
I know. I was gonna say something about the random piece of diorite, but if it's your vision, it's your vision. I can't fight it.
This is not a vision. This is
Now that is worse.
Liquids, of course, have been False Symmetry's business for a while now, and now that she's back from the world's most exhausting vacation, she's eager to reclaim the suitcase and deliver the moat passing Impulse SV's spot of land.
I know you've missed it. I have too.
To sign her work, she even contributes to his wall of graffiti and rebuilds a segment of the cyberpunk town into a pixel art representation of her iconic, leaking portmanteau.
And I'm not going to stop it because, my bag is full of rivers, as you know, and well, this river is going to look pretty nice.
XB Crafted at least gets another shot at the scoreboard before Ravager Rush shuts down, mostly to illustrate how ridiculous it is that people are able to get such high scores at all. Even a top-down view doesn't help, although it definitely added value for the folks at home to see him flattened by Ravagers from a bird's-eye view.
Oh, I'm so not good at this game.
He's trying to see the bigger picture in other ways too, using the server's mail system to post everyone a survey about the Half Foods shopping experience, and hoping some of them write back to complain about the noise from Mumbo's Iron Shop, so he has more evidence to present to the court. He is at least planning to bring Doc M to the proceedings, albeit in a more official capacity.
Beat-ups, right? He's the judge.
He's the judge. But, I mean, we saw what happened with you. Can we completely trust that judge?
Yeah, well, it's his courthouse. You're kind of, yeah.
What I'm saying is, or what I'm asking is, would you be willing to represent my side?
As a lawyer?
Yeah.
But while he's fishing for testimonials, he can also work on the fish tank at his Ocean Monument base, decorating the water tank under his storage system with coral and dropping in a guardian spawned in the room above.
Kind of thinking maybe I should swap this glass, though.
Somehow, even sillier things are destined for Azuma Void's own storage, as he discovers the benefits of writing things in giant chest letters. The trick here is that some of the containers won't render if the player is significantly far away, meaning you could feasibly make a sky house no one can see, or indeed create secret messages that show up on the map but don't actually ruin the server's picturesque skyline, no matter how far the render distance is cranked up.
I am successfully being distracted by the amazing Hermitcraft world again. Let's get back on track. I want to show you how we take the invisible ink idea to the next level.
Azuma is very excited to apply this technique for labeling locations to the server's map at spawn, but takes the concept further by introducing colored shulker boxes and a plethora of tools to convert PNG images of text into block-by-block Litematica templates. The one tool we did not expect him to use, though, is certainly DuckDuckGo. Regardless, Azuma takes up the massive project of writing the season's logo somewhere, which is one of the many things he's done to put Hermitcraft on the map.
And when you look at it from above like this, it totally feels like it belongs, right?
Impulse SV comes out of the shadows to reflect on his plans for the season and pick up the pace on the Cyberpunk City project. After he's done, he finally gets to showcase Zombie Cleo's work on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles hideout. We knew he'd get to the turtles in time. But the next mutation is to design them a dojo with some quite nifty armor stand work of his own, and a promise to continue the mutant mayhem with the Shredder, Bebop and Rocksteady emerging from a nearby manhole cover elsewhere in the Metro Mayhem course. Something Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah, that's not bad. And we did it. We didn't even flood the place. Excellent.
He has enough time to check in on his other businesses though, and the Grass Block shop has made its first profits. Which is good news considering some of his server mates have been having stress dreams about the minigame in the basement. Fresh from working on his snow shop, Skizzleman's sleep is haunted by his touch grass high score, and the next day he shows up to smash his previous records and then fill Impulse's storage system with grass blocks just to exorcise that particular demon.
It's broken. Guess what I have? 22, dude.
Yeah,
I got 22. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Yeah!
The aforementioned snow shop has its own minigame, a parkour floor, which, as we've covered in previous weeks, hints at the solution to the powder snow section of Skizz's Pyramid of Needs. But the lava you fall into if you miss a jump also conceals a second branch of the shop, which will still sell you snow.
And maybe get a diamond off or something to that effect.
And considering how much minigames have been preoccupying him, perhaps this was all prompted by that one time Gem and Grian made Skizz race to save his items. But now his own store is somewhat established, he feels like less of a hypocrite having a Popo meeting with Scar, establishing a list of permits as yet unfulfilled, and going after Zombie Cleo for the daring strategy of selling hay blocks right out of the impound lot.
It says illegal. That is not an eye.
It's got a sophisticated flair to it, apparently.
I don't want us to look stupid.
One shop that's sure to meet the Popo criteria is Rendog's Sherd Sherp, which he mocks up a design for this week, after, of course, getting back into his groove by landscaping around the scootball field and restocking his beacon shop with a montage of wither kills.
Another morning with Doc. Just the two of us on the server.
Ren's vision for the establishment is more of an Art Deco emporium than a pottery barn. And it helps if the surroundings are a bit more upmarket, because he's going to price the sherds themselves quite highly considering the effort required to fetch them. BOO also finds himself in unfamiliar territory for just a simple item. Having rarely seen phantoms since 1.13 thanks to his dedication to sleeping the night away, he now needs some for potion brewing purposes. He also needs some rabbit's feet, but at least you can breed them during the daytime.
Hey, stupid! What am I floating? Okay, I'm noticing some inefficiencies. Okay!
Incidentally, not skipping the night means not skipping the weather, and the thunderstorm that arrives gifts him an unexpected benefit. A horse Joel cannot kill because it is already dead.
That's maybe the most exciting thing that's happened in this magical land that we have here.
Having branched out already, B-Dubs commits a lifetime supply of leaves both to a new birch tree and the boughs of the giant tree next to his starter cottage. The pastoral beauty of this ever-changing landscape provides the perfect backdrop for him to practice for the day he will slay Joel Smallish Beans. For now, he just has to practice on phantoms and rabbits.
Oh, their AI is fantastic, isn't it?
And finally, there's Doc M. You'd think his crowning achievement this week might be the decor of his gambling den, somehow evoking that 1920s speakeasy vibe with just a few adjustments to the wallpaper, a bar, and some nightclub chairs and tables. You might think it's actually running a game of poker with a handful of willing participants, coaching a couple of them through the rules and taking their money at the end of it. You might even think he's proudest of the revised redstone for the laundromat's secret entrance, which was Elytra-proofed by adding an extra condition for password entry. You now have to hold a diamond in your hand and open a villager's trading interface for the washing machine to flood and let you into the basement. But no, the best thing Doc M has done, possibly ever, is give Joel Smallish Beans his breakout stage show debut.
He pointed directly at us.
All the things I could buy if I sold all of this honey in this Minecraft world.
Yes, Doc combines the Armor Stands mod with the Armor Statues data pack to create an actual animatronic stage show, including Joel singing one of his greatest hits, and a tip jar if you want to request an encore. Truly, the M in Doc M stands for M-tertainment. So despite him predicting that this poker game could potentially end careers, it could be the beginning of a very successful one in showbiz. And that's about it for this week's recap. Our writer is LoyXP and my name is Pixel Riffs. Captions on this video were provided by Liara. Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here and subscribe so you won't miss future recaps. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next week.